Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be setting up our horizontal spreads for the next week in March. And I've got a bunch of sticker books that I used here, although the first 3 were just for 1 sticker or 2, and then the rest were for the main decor. And then I have this wax paper sheet of stickers ready to go. So let's jump in. I had the idea for this spread because I wanted to do a road trip with my husband this week, just kind of celebrating some stuff, and of course coronavirus put a little bit of a snag in our plans just because I cannot get the coronavirus. I might die, so we are doing a staycation. I figured a little cityscape would be pretty cute, and then we could just pal around town. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's the whole idea for this week. So I am setting it up with kind of like a perspective cityscape. These stickers came out of the Happy Illustrations sticker book. Each side has multiple stickers kind of combined together. So the one I have here that I'm about to place is actually 2 3-building stickers put together and just kind of layered on top of each other. And then I grabbed some trees from the Squaird Goals. I think it is a Squaird Goals sticker book there. So just to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. I don't know, just cute and realistic. Yeah, right there is the seam that I was just pointing out there. In order to make this work and do the perspective, I kind of had to go across certain days, but allow for room on top or on bottom to actually write stuff in case, you know, I have errands or work that needs to be done on those days. I need a place to write that in. So that's what I am planning on doing. And I just penciled in just like a guideline so I could follow the diagonal perspectively. I also cut up the trees a little bit so that I could make it work for the smaller side, and just to give you the illusion that there's more trees over there. And since I whited out the entire line, I thought, oh, well, you know, there's some of the whiteout showing there, or the dry line, so let me kind of re-establish that line so that you could see which day was which. This was a mistake. I really should have just left it alone, and I will go back over it with dry line later. Every time I try to pick up dry line, it makes a little bit of a mess, so I need to learn to just leave it alone once I do it. I thought it would be good in theory, but it really wasn't. Okay, so now I'm just cutting the paper, or not the paper, I'm just cutting the pages apart so I can actually punch them. And I'm just going to add in this little extra branch that I trimmed off and then added back in from before. And do some trimming here, but basically I'm setting it up so that I can hole punch it. The hope here is that it's only one hole that is being blocked. I did that purposefully because I did not want to fight with my hole puncher. It should go pretty quick when I actually punch through that tree to make it work. So I'm getting that out and then putting in the holes. So see, trying to line it up. You guys can kind of see what's going on there. Just want to make sure it's like as aligned as possible so I don't get like a double punch. And I punched it sticker side down so that the sticker would fall through versus getting stuck onto the actual metal punches. And just picking it out. Okay, so not too bad for a hole punching session. Just one hole, I guess, is the key. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit and get going on the rest of the spread. I tried to keep it pretty light and airy, but as I go, I feel like I need more boxes added in, more focus boxes. So I will be dipping back into my sticker books to find some focus boxes to kind of fill out the spread. When I did the spread, I had spent not a lot of time, but I spent a bit of time just kind of setting up the cityscape and trying to make decisions on what quotes I wanted to use. I just couldn't deal with focus boxes at the time, but the idea here is to get those focus boxes in now, and hopefully that will help me throughout the week. I also found these cute little flags in the Squad, I keep forgetting if it's Squad Girls or Squad Goals. I think it's Squad Goals sticker book. I just forgot that they were in there because I really don't gravitate to that book very often. The only reason I'm using it in this spread in particular was because I knew it had trees in it and I wanted some trees to work with this cityscape. And when I opened it up and saw they were in there, I was like, oh yay! I love those. Those are some of my favorite little bullet points to use. Just the cutest. And the color scheme, I could make it work with this color scheme because the colors are pretty comparable in the Squad Goals book. The other thing is that I wanted the quotes to be primarily black to just kind of tie in with the city and the black outlines and highlights it has within the buildings. And then I thought, well, let's pull in some more of that black with the focus boxes. So I'm going into that, but I'm also going to add in some flags I forgot to put on my wax paper sheet. So let me go and grab those. Oh, first I'm going to put in this extra piece of grass while I saw it, so that I could kind of fill this little empty space there. Now I'm getting to the flags and just add those extra ones in. But yeah, so as I was saying, I wanted the quotes to be all black, so that's why there's so many sticker books, because I wanted to find all black quotes, and I found one or two in individual books, so that's what we did. And now I'm trying to find some focus boxes to use, maybe from the Squad Goal, I keep wanting to say Squad Girls, Squad Goal sticker book here. I know I had one pulled originally to use it, actually that dark blue to do, but I didn't want the blues together because there's like a blue building and then the blue flags, and I didn't want them to be stacked. So I pulled the pink one instead for that corner, and then later you'll see I'll pull that blue one and put it up here at the top. I also found that really cute Be the Sunshine quote, which I thought would work really nicely with this theme as kind of an actual sun for the city, but also a quote to be like a focus box. So trying to kill two birds with one stone there, and I thought that would work perfectly. And I'm not too worried about Tuesday and Saturday not having focus boxes. Saturday is usually a pretty slow day for me, so I don't normally need a focus box there. And then Tuesday, I'm hoping we're going to be out and about in the cité, if the weather cooperates. We'll see. Like I said, we're kind of homebodies, so even though my mind wants to go out, sometimes I just can't bring myself to do it. It's that whole go outside thing I mentioned in my health video recently. Sometimes it's just hard to get the effort going to to do things. That's terrible. I feel old now. And I'm just not really in love with how the smaller boxes are looking on the emptier days. So I'm just trying to see if I can find anything else that will work that I like. I also feel like I need a little bit more decor too on a few of the days. So I'm just kind of browsing through those books and trying to figure out how I want it to look. I know this isn't my normal routine of going through books, but sometimes you think you have a plan, but then when you get into it, things change. So that's pretty much what's happening right now. My original idea was to do basically the same thing, but to have like a little car on the road because we're supposed to be doing a road trip. Yeah, so things change, like I said. Car I was going to use. If it makes it back in, you'll see in a bit. And here in this corner, I'm just trying to make this box feel a little bit more substantial. And I'm just not liking the options I've been bringing to the table so far. I thought this might be cute in the coffee break, but then I'm gonna lay it in and realize that it's another flag side by side in the design, and I really didn't like that. I was like, nope, they're not even the same size, they're too close in color, a little bit different styling. I'm like, that's not gonna work. So anyway, on to the next trial. And I had seen this quote earlier and I did like it, but I didn't think I would end up using it. However, now that I feel like we're missing some decor here on Sunday, I thought this was a little bit more substantial to move that. You got this down below. I also feel like it fits a little bit better in that space. And then going into the Happy Quotes sticker book, I had only pulled one thing from here before. I'm hoping I can find something else to make that feel good up there on Friday. And I thought that would be cute, but the colors were all wrong. And then I didn't feel like this circle was big enough to carry the weight that I wanted it to. I finally decided on this quote here, although I need to make an adjustment to the box. But I needed it to be pretty fat and in the color scheme, so that's what we ended up with. And I'm just trying to layer it so it looks a little cuter. And okay. I'm going to maybe find one more box for that bottom area. The car I was talking about earlier. That will cover up that other little spot there on the side. We will add one more box there to the Dare to Begin section, and then we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below, and go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!